and it became very toxic for me. Like literally kind of obsessed with myself, with like taking pictures of myself and like taking every. It's okay to feel that way. It takes time, especially appreciating yourself. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and oh, I feel great about myself type of thing. I'm just living my life, because you never know when's gonna be the last time you're gonna die. Hey, so today I'm gonna be talking about something that I went through for the past 10 months or more. I'm gonna be talking about, not like, oh shoot, I lost 90 pounds and fuck, no, but it's something that a lot of people asked me about, and they were always concerned about how I lost the weight, or they just were wondering. Obviously I'm gonna be giving out the things I did, but most of the videos it's gonna be about the mental struggles or mental issues while I was losing this weight. It's something that right now I noticed was very bad. It was toxic, and I'm glad I'm not in that mentality anymore, because looking back, it really wasn't healthy. I wasn't in a very healthy mental state while losing the weight at the same time. And I am not saying that it was so deep, but I didn't notice it until like a couple months later that it was an issue. That's why I'm making this video. Obviously people sharing their weight loss or their issues or whatever, and most of these people are maybe in their 20s, they're like 18 or they're older. I really haven't seen a lot of like teens like me. I'm 15, so I basically was 14 and 15 throughout this entire thing that I'm gonna be talking about. And it's a real issue, because now I think about it, I'm 15, bro. I'm 15 and I dealt with this that I honestly do not wish on anyone. And I know people that have dealt with this. I know friends, and it sucks, you know, it really sucks, especially being this young. And I hope this video is not all over the place. I'm gonna tell you my story basically. So at the end of my freshman year, which was around May, I weighed 200 and almost 220, like around 218 to 220. But I remember like literally I was about to hit 220 pounds. Yes, you heard me. At the end of my freshman year, I didn't think much about losing weight. Once I stopped going to school, I would go to sleep late, maybe wake up super late. And when I'm talking about super late, it's like literally there was times I would go to sleep at 5 in the morning and wake up at 4 in the afternoon. It was like my sleeping schedule basically was horrible, and that's when it started. Okay, so I began to eat maybe one meal a day, or there was times I would just eat like literally one apple. Literally my diet, very few food. It wasn't a lot of food, and I was drinking a lot of water, and that's something I do not recommend for anyone to do. And I didn't do it on purpose to like, oh, she's starving herself or blah blah blah. That's when my mom got super concerned. She noticed that I stopped literally eating the amount of food I used to eat. She thought that I was depressed. I don't know. She literally thought something was up with me. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't doing it to like, oh my god, starve myself. That was like the worst thing you could ever do to your body, to yourself, because there was times where like I literally felt like fainting. It became super deep after that. I began to worry more about like the things I was eating. I really didn't have self-hatred, like really like, damn, I really hate myself so much. And obviously there was times where like, all right, I felt insecure a little bit, but it wasn't like super deep that, oh shit, I really need to lose weight. Like really, it wasn't like that. I just began to have a horrible mentality, being super self-cautious of the things I was eating, and I noticed that I was losing weight. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to gain that weight back. And I just had that mentality throughout my summer. But then I went to Mexico, and also my family noticed a little bit. Then I thought to myself, it's Mexico, you're gonna freaking eat the food and it's bomb. So stop being self-cautious of the freaking things you're eating. Everything was fine. I seriously had a great summer. I got involved in good influence that it just made me have like positive mentality and like view, of like just appreciate yourself a bit more. I came back, I was like 214, I think, and I began my sophomore year in September of 2018. And that's what got me like literally losing weight. Maybe because I wasn't super used to exercising, but basketball conditioning was what got me wanting to stay healthier. And that's what I did. I began to eat healthier. Obviously there was times I wasn't keeping up with, like, the only thing I would drink was water, and I just began to like be more aware of my health. Like August, September, October, I was doing fine, but November is when like the deep things began with my mentality. I began to take a lot of pictures of like myself, of like literally myself. I would pull up my shirt and like take pictures of myself, and I literally noticed a difference. I noticed that I was losing weight, and it became very toxic for me. Like literally kind of obsessed with myself, with like taking pictures of myself and like taking every single angle. Now I know that it was bad, but in that moment I didn't think much of it. I really didn't think much. So since I was doing basketball, I was working my butt off, and there was times I really didn't want to go to basketball conditioning. I was a lazy too. Like, I'm not saying that Mons is in basketball, like she loves it, like working out. No, dude, there was literally times I hated going. Running has never been my thing, and we did a lot of running there, but I still went. I'm proud of the fact that I sticked with something and I wanted to change, improve, and just be more active as a person. I began to be more self-cautious of the things I was eating. But then I noticed that I was exercising, but I wanted to also keep my diet. I wanted like eat healthy. So that's what I did. It was completely fine, but like later on I began to get used to it, right? So when the holidays came in, I would get super, and I was so used to, I said that I was very used to trying to eat healthy. I felt a little bit bad every time I ate something that wasn't healthy, or like I ate a piece of cake, and it just kept on going, and like I felt bad, and I knew I was eating that. It's just that moment where like I really felt so bad, and like I wanted to cry because I really wanted to eat that, but like at the same time it affected me, and then so bad, and then I wanted to like exercise more. And this is when all the bad things began, because not only I began to have body dysmorphia. And if you don't know what body dysmorphia is, I'll have a screenshot. Second of all, I began to feel guilty and bad of like every single thing I would eat that wasn't healthy. I began to look at myself in the mirror for a long time. It was so unhealthy. I remember I would look at myself so much, dude. It was crazy. And then the other one was that I began to count calories. All those things began to add up. I remember I went on a trip. This guy was right next to me. He was talking to me, and then I think I had a bag of chips. So he saw me look at the calories that the bag had, and he told me, "Are you those girls that count calories? Like, you are so obsessed with like counting calories?" And then I'm like, no, no, no. And that's when I noticed that it was bad, because even my mom noticed, some friends noticed, and I really didn't see I didn't think it was bad. I kept on doing it, right? That began in November. In the middle of March, I decided to quit social media for a month because I also knew that it was getting super toxic, that even social media was affecting me too. Not just that, I also quit social media for other reasons. So throughout that time, I was like basically focusing more on myself and the things that I was doing with myself. And now I'm feeling so much better. It's June. I do not feel bad anymore. Like, I exercise when I want to now, and I actually try my best to stay active. If not, then it's okay. Like, I don't feel bad anymore. Or like if I eat a donut or like a piece of whatever the heck that's not healthy, I don't feel bad, you know? Like, it's not like the worst feeling ever, dude, honestly, to like restrict yourself so bad. And right now I'm trying my best to eat healthy and have a healthy lifestyle, obviously, but it's not as bad as it was a couple months ago. Like, literally, now that I think about it, like, I really was like going through something in my head that it wasn't right. It's not right to feel that way, especially like at my age. To not only see it as, oh, healthy, lose weight, but see it as a lifestyle. I also learned to appreciate myself, to love myself, and to just be okay with myself. I feel so much better. I love me. I'm just okay with myself, you know? It really takes time, and I want to say this because it really hurts me when like I see other friends or like other people and like they just say that they don't really like themselves, and I understand because I've been there, and it really hurts, you know. And just know that if you don't fully like who you are right now, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It takes time, especially appreciating yourself. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and, oh, I feel great about myself type of thing. And obviously I have days where like, oh, I don't feel super good about myself, but it's not that I hate me. It's just that there's just days I'm just like a little bit like, ugh. It was an experience, and I learned to not do that ever again, and to appreciate myself no matter what shape, whatever size, whatever, how it looked like. As long as I know what I'm doing with my body, as long as I know that I'm being healthy with myself, I feel completely fine. And I do not follow salads every day. I keep it strict. Like right now, bro, like I haven't been doing that. I obviously go to the gym at times, but I'm gonna eat donuts too. Like, I don't feel bad anymore, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just living my life, because you never know when's gonna be the last time you're gonna die. Is that deep? I'm sorry. I seemed very serious about it because in my opinion it was something serious that I wanted to talk about. And honestly, I couldn't have made it just myself. I had influence that made me appreciate myself a lot more. Be I always talk about them, but it's the truth, dude. Damn.